box area just to make sure? Oh, perfect. Appreciate it. Just making sure my mic dropped earlier today. Cool. So I am live on YouTube now. All right, we got some some currency pairs to check out today for sure. And actually wanted to discuss about last week's Technical Tuesday. By the way, welcome in those that just joined in. But anyways, wanted to discuss about last week's Technical Tuesday. Just kind of the predictions behind stuff that I was noticing, and just kind of going to go through all that. One of them, if you guys remember last Technical Tuesday, if you were there, I got in on a super snipe trade for GBP JPY, and it was right at this very top point right here. Someone had asked me to check that out, and it was just basically go down to the trade right here. I remember during that live analysis, I got in on, it was like the 1 minute time frame, but I got in right in this area right here for a sell. It was a crazy quick snipe. We're just going through it last week as a team, just went through the GBP JPY, and yeah, just quick profit trade. But overall, that was like pretty much the peak of that whole drop that happened here for GBP JPY. And there was another drop that happened over here as well. But anyways, let me start doing the poll right now for those that are inside of the Zoom. This poll is just going to go over what currency pairs would you like me to analyze. There would just be a list of any of them that you want me to check out. So pick your top one, and whichever one gets rated the most will be the ones that I'll check out pretty soon. And while you guys are doing that, I will start with first checking out what we have on Forex Factory for the news. Refresh this page because I was looking at past history for some back testing earlier. Okay, so we are January 18th. And so at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have GBP news. So we'll be checking that out. All currency pairs are going to be affected due to WEF annual meetings, medium impact. Interesting. CAD, high impact at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard, which is going to be the opening of the New York session. So we'll be checking out CAD too. So maybe even the GBP CAD pair we'll check out. Yeah, but overall CAD, and then GBP again at 6:15 a.m. These are awkward times, actually. That's very strange. So the time settings are set right. I think looks to be good. So it's not likely for there to be GBP news at 6:15 a.m. Pacific Standard. Like usually you'll see that at like the London session for GBP. So for it to be in the New York session, it's kind of strange there. And then at 4:30 later on tomorrow, we'll have the AUD. So let's check out all these different currency pairs. Welcome in those that are just joining in. Okay, so starting off with GBP. And well, actually before that, I do want to discuss about the dollar index, the DXY. And not in stocks. So overall with the dollar, we noticed that there was some consolidation that was happening here. Consolidation, it did its breakout just exactly how I predicted. Last week, it looked something like that, and it did do its breakout towards the downside. So right now, if you actually look at the dollar, it is back at this area of resistance. And let's just bring out the fib tool just to see how high it went up. So it's still around that 50, 61.8 area right now. Now we don't have any high impact news on the dollar tomorrow, at least, to see if it's going to drop. Let's see. I guess all currency pairs are being affected tomorrow, but we're going to check that out. Other than that, there's no like high impact on USD. But what I think is going to happen here is price came back up, and we should be expecting a rejection here. As long as I see the price getting below the 50% area, then I'm going to be looking for sales on the USD currency pairs. So should be expecting for this to drop more. And it's also hitting that resistance right there. If you see a strong resistance point right there. So, and actually I can see another point here, which is resistance point right here. Now it's not exactly right at that point, but basically this entire area right here is an area to be cautious for, because should be expecting for price to hit and then bounce down into the downtrend. And by the way, if anyone has any questions, you can write it inside of the chat area. Let me put my YouTube, post a different screen. Okay. There we go. So let's check out the GBP pairs. Actually, I'll end the poll now and see what we have here. So far we have most people requesting for Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD CAD are tied. So we'll be checking those out. Erase everything. So I'll do the full top-down analysis on Euro USD to start off. So looking out into the monthly, we have strong area of resistance here. Strong area of support. So right now, price is actually right at double support just because it broke out, came back into place right there. So let's zoom in. Okay, so it's still in this downtrend. Actually do a bigger Fibonacci. I'm going to erase it, but just to see where it's at. And so prices between that 61-50% area there. Down into the daily. Okay, so it looks like it did its fake breakout right there on Euro USD. And just to do some like correlation here between Euro USD and the dollar index, this might be a little bit hard to kind of understand, especially those that are a little newer, but so someone said drop the window, please. Can you one sec, let me just make sure. Just make sure the placing is right. Someone said about it being lower. Check YouTube just to make sure. Okay, is this placing good? Okay, perfect. So so the dollar. If you've been to any of the previous technical analysis, you know that I mentioned how the dollar has 80% of the market's volatility. So it's important to know what overall the dollar index is doing, the DXY. And so since I expect for the price of the dollar to continue to decrease um, based off of rejection here, then Euro USD should be expecting to increase in value compared to the dollar. So that if the dollar decreases, since Euro is a main pair, main currency, USD is a quoted one, this should be expecting to rise up just based off of my USD analysis. But let's see if there's anything else on smaller time frames, see if we can get in here. So, okay. Now we're down to the 15-minute. 15-minute is the very lowest that I dropped down to usually. Last week, I kind of broke that rule and went down to like the 5-minute, 1 minute for a quick snipe. But overall on this one, I can see the potential for a buy, and this is just like a scalping trade here. But you can do a long position here, aiming take profit around here. So it's about like 110 pips. So we can even do, let's see, 250. Where is that at? No, too low. 280. So 280 is good. 150. 150 stop loss. So one to one ratio on this. It's likely to hit its take profit, and the entry is probably going to happen like probably within this within this analysis. KD, I see you said you have the same analysis or the same markup. By the way, when you're messaging on Zoom, there's a button that says to, and it'll show like to host, to everyone. Just put to everyone just so everyone can see your message. Because if not, it would just be me that sees it and it'll look like an empty chat. But anyway, so Euro USD should be expecting this buy right here, and actually we'll probably be getting in soon. On this, actually, one sec, let me just confirm. Do a couple more things. Divergence. Okay, so this one, don't go super crazy with the high risk, but you can definitely place a buy on this one. It's most likely going to hit on its way up. And just checking one final thing here. So at 11 p.m. So as long as you get in and out before 11 p.m. because you don't want to like be stuck inside of the news for that trade. But it should for sure hit before 11 p.m. on this one. Just place a trade real quick. Stop loss, 15 pips. Um, sorry for the silence here. Just setting up a trade on my phone real quick. And by the way, for this one, you would be placing a buy stop if you were to get in on. 132.80. 130. Take profit 134.30. Done. Okay. All right, we are ready to go. So that's with this trade right here, so overall there's potential for the rise to come up. Now, normally I don't buy low on a downtrend, but in this case, because it's at a really big support area right here, that there's a really high chance for this type of reaction to happen right here. I'm just not going to buy here and then take profit up there. But once it breaks like through this resistance area and starts showing like higher highs and higher lows, showing me the price action towards the uptrend, I'll just be looking for buy areas as it's making its way towards the upside. So that's when I'll be buying the lows in those areas. Cool. So stop sharing this part. Okay. And let me just adjust this back into place here. You can try placing the buy stop. If it doesn't let you, then yeah, it's most likely because it's like really close to its take profit area. Shoot, actually, before that trade places, let me just make sure the spread's good. Okay, we're good. So let's see if we find another trade that we can all get in on. Well, you don't have to get in on these, by the way. These are just trades that I'm placing. So if you want to get in, that's on you. I would suggest doing your analysis and checking that out. GBP USD, I got in for a sell previously over here. Quick sell. Got 40 pips on that one. But let's check that out. And I'm actually erase everything, do full top-down analysis from monthly. Okay, so potential reversal area where it's at right now. Strong area of resistance here. So we're down here, down to the weekly. You can see kind of this bigger head and shoulders that it did right here, left head, right shoulder right there. Just check if this distance hit already. So it looks like it got kind of close, and this might be the retest area right there. So let's check that out a bit more. Okay, so it looks like it passed above, but it might go back into place. Overall, the trend, I can already tell it got into the 78.6 area on the fibs. So that's not so trending down, but I think this right here was kind of like a false move towards the upside just to activate maybe some buy stops right there. Let's look down here. Support. So what I'm seeing is it's showing signs of the downtrend, but I don't see any major major reversal pattern in this area here. There was something up here that might be spotted on the 1 hour, but that's that's over with. That's the one that I got in on over here for a sell. But other than that, I don't really see too much here unless I'm scalping down into the 15 here. Just check this out. That's a low 38.2. Just adjust this a bit so it aligns with the pivot point there. Okay. So this could be a quick sell stop right here for a sniped out trade. Let me erase this, get rid of this yellow thing here. Okay, so down to the 5 minute, zoomed in. And again, I'm kind of breaking my rules here, but that's fine. Sometimes for some of these trades, you can snipe by going down to the 5 minute, 1 minute. So far, I don't really see anything here. Okay. I think 5 minute will be the lowest that will go down here, and price. I'll be looking for some more stuff. This is not a trade just yet. I just want to check something out real quick. 150. Now, there is divergence here on the 15. Just point out some major areas here. So we have so that's actually good that it's hitting resistance on this line here. Okay, so it might rise a bit more, but there could be a pending sell stop right here. 1-to-1 ratio, might do a 1% risk on this one. Probably I might do even less actually, like a 0.50 on this one. 1.359. And I'm expecting this to rise. Euro USD activated. Let me check. Yep. It's active right now, 0% or 0 profit so far. It's right at entry point. Interesting. Okay, so I might hold off on this one for a little bit just because I'm expecting the Euro USD to rise. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off just a little bit on that one. Let's check out another currency pair. And by the way, if there's any questions, you can just write in the chat area and I can answer them. Let's see what was the other poll. Okay, USD CAD. Check out USD CAD now. Oh, actually, last week I'll discuss about the NZD USD. So last week I discussed about this whole method right here. And if you want to check it out last week, you can, it's on YouTube. But basically what I discussed there was you can have two types of trades. Two types of trades here. And yeah, it could go like either direction at this point. In this case, it went towards the upside, but like it could have gone either way, and you could have had like a pending buy stop or pending sell stop if you wanted to drop down. Anyways, USD CAD. Okay, let me erase everything. Go ahead to bigger time frame. Super strong wicks up here. Area of resistance. Get my area of support right there. Okay, I'm gonna check this out on the weekly now. Okay, so daily. Kind of see this head and shoulder pattern here on this daily. Seems about accurate. I think there's potential for it to drop to about this price level right here. Just check a bit more. Okay, so I think what's going to happen here. All right, so I could see price hitting down into this level down here, into the 1.23 area. So right now it's at 1.25. Now the only thing is this upside here. You just check this out a bit more on the 4-hour fibs. So it didn't even hit like the 38.2 area. So I wouldn't consider this as a low just yet. We have, so this low isn't really considered just yet until the price hits up to the 38.2. Once it hits into the 38.2, then I'll be looking in for a sell. But in the meantime, not getting in for a sell on this one just yet. Might rise and then decrease. Yeah, there's like no really price action here. It's just kind of ranging sideways right now, consolidating. So it might actually react here and go towards the uptrend. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's about to do this right now, just because I've seen this multiple times. So we have this low, lower low, then we have this high right here. It's most likely going to do a higher low right here, do an inverted head and shoulders, come up like this, hit this pivot point, come back down, retest into this where it's going to be a neckline, and then going into the uptrend from there for like a quick scalp. So this is what I'm gonna see, expect to happen. I might be able to get in on this trade on the retest, or depending on what time this whole thing plays out. But I'm gonna wait for this one to play out a bit more. It might be during the New York session, or maybe even the London session. We'll see with the CAD news that it's gonna come out. CAD's gonna be at the New York session, so we'll see how that plays out. I see on YouTube we have a couple questions. What do I think about funded firms? So funded firms is, I think it's a good way to practice, get the hang of it. What I really like about it is that it can teach you stuff about like having proper risk management, because when you're trading on your own account, like you don't have any type of challenge, you don't have any type of like thing that tells you you're passing or you're failing. So with like some of these prop firms, they do help out with like, you know, keeping you accountable to make sure that you're actually like risking max a certain percentage per day, or stuff like that. So I would say giving it a try, at least on the smaller accounts, just to get familiar with it, but taking it serious, as if it were your real money there. Okay, so I'm going to be analyzing one more pair, then I do have to get going here. Euro USD still at its entry point, just hang out. Check out GBP USD. Yeah, GBP USD still not in that area yet. Okay, let's check out the GBP AUD. Erase everything. So it's at this third point right here of rejection. Give me 1 sec, you guys. Just 1 sec. I'll be right back. All right, thanks for waiting here. Just heard something outside. Okay, so let's get back into place. So right here at this support, we see some rejection happening. Now this is monthly, so it's going to be a long way for it to rise up, but price is being consolidated into this area, most likely going to break up into the upside. We'll see. Inverted head and shoulders here, breakout, support. Just make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm not even going to draw it out. It hit its take profit there. Okay, zoomed in. Okay. So it's on its uptrend. It's on its uptrend right now, for sure. Checking a couple things here. So it's at a strong resistance point right now. Yeah, this is nothing that clear. So if we do Fibonacci from this point to this point, yeah, this is not a good one to look at. At least I don't see any good setups anytime soon. Maybe once it does its breakout. Once it does its breakout and then it comes back in, maybe like a potential something here for its retest on this area of like support. But other than that, GBP CAD or GBP AUD doesn't have anything. Actually, just quickly check GBP CAD. I know I'm supposed to be ending it now, but just real quick, GBP AUD or GBP CAD, just because both of these have its news coming out. So all right, and any final questions? Make sure to write it out right now. I'll probably spend about like probably max another 5 minutes before I have to take off. Okay, so shoot, I didn't get in on the breakout. That's fine. We can get in on the retest if it does its retest. So it's based off of what I'm seeing now. This is like where it's reacting. This lines up with this support over here. There's some divergence right here. So there's most likely going to be the retest happening. Divergence is showing this. While price is going down, this is showing it's going up. Price is getting weaker. So that's most likely what's going to be happening. Now, it might even stop right here and start going towards the upside, but I don't have a trade just yet to place for a buy. But I would actually just wait for this sale to happen in this area here. And the distance should be the distance from here to neckline is the distance that it should go once it breaks out. So it's right now it's stopped about halfway. That's usually what happens when price is ready to reverse. Stops about halfway, doing its retest and then completes its full thing. So GBP CAD will be on my watch list for sure. And yeah, just be patient for this because it might be maybe until tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, maybe tomorrow night before it hits this area and then finally goes down. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Let's see if there's any questions. Someone said, please check USD CHF. If there's no other questions, we can check that out real fast, but less than 5 minutes. CCHF, I'm in on a buy on this one. Okay, my first trade. This was a quick instant trade right here for 10 pips. That hit its take profit right now. My second and third trade are activated right now. It's still going towards the uptrend. It might come down to about here. And it actually works out perfect because you can see that where it comes down to will most likely hit this pivot point and then rise up into this resistance 1 where my take profit 1 is at. So that's good. Take profit 2 is showing it's higher. I might adjust this take profit 2 just because it's showing this resistance and R2 are in the exact same place. So we'll see. I might keep it there and then adjust my stop loss in the take profit 2. But yeah, seems to be that's the final question for today. Thank you all for spending your time here. And those that did get signed up for the New Year's $22 deal for the it's a training that goes over how I hit the 100K day. And then there's going to be like lots of other things included on basically ways to improve your finances for 2022. That is expected to start sometime this week. I think I saw a couple of names in here that are already part of it. I did give the announcement inside of the group saying that we are planning on doing it sometime this week. It might actually be on Sunday or maybe Monday, maybe Saturday. I'm thinking like sometime during the weekend, just because I'm going to be off from trading. So I'll be able to do something scheduled like during midday or something. Yeah, date should be coming out pretty soon for that. And if you haven't joined in, I did close out the spots. So if you did want to join in, you could probably message me. I might let you in. But I haven't decided about reopening it. Actually, if you did find that link and tried purchasing it, it won't let you because I closed the spots out. But maybe if you message me, I'll be able to get you access on there. But I officially closed it like about 2 or 3 days ago, just to get like the final members in there. But yeah, those that are joining, look forward to speaking to you all there. It's going to be pretty nice. Lots of different knowledge about investments and things that you can get into right away to really start improving your finances for 2022. So yeah, well, thank you all for being in this webinar, and we'll speak to you guys next week. This Thursday, we are having the training Thursdays. Last week was our first training Thursday, and then this week we are doing it again. We just have to actually have to talk to the group of people and see who would volunteer to host this or co-host this next training Thursday. But we'll speak to you guys then. Have a good rest of your week. Let's catch some pips. Let's make some money. See you guys.